Hello, how are you? I warmly welcome you to the Purple Feather Tarot community. I truly hope that you are well in this moment, and I also hope that through this reading you will receive those sacred answers the universe has prepared for your soul. Today, we're going straight into your message, so take a moment to breathe, ground yourself, and connect with the deeper wisdom that these cards are about to reveal. As always, we will begin by tuning into your energy, Scorpio, a sign known for its depth, mystery, and emotional power. We'll also tap into the energy of the person who may be thinking of you right now, and finally, we will unveil the blessings that are making their way into your life's path. You've drawn the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. These are not just cards, they are echoes of your inner journey. The presence of several pentacles tells me that you are in a phase of material manifestation, but this is not only about physical success. It's about anchoring your purpose in the real world, shaping your visions into form. Scorpio, I feel you're walking forward, slowly and steadily, toward a meaningful destination. The Knight of Pentacles reminds you that sacred progress doesn't need to rush. There is divine purpose in every step you take. Right now, your spirit is being asked to remain grounded. Walk humbly on earth while your eyes reach for the stars. This is a powerful message about divine alignment, where effort and faith move together. The Knight of Wands, in contrast, speaks of rapid change. While part of you has been cautious, perhaps even weary, there's another part, the fire in your heart, that longs to leap forward. Especially in matters of love and connection, your soul is craving momentum, and it is coming. With the Nine of Swords, I sense someone is thinking of you intensely, perhaps even in the silence of night. There's a deep and aching regret within them. It seems that this person, quite possibly an Aquarius, is carrying sorrow for not stepping forward when the universe whispered that it was time. It could also be someone under the sign of Capricorn. The Four of Pentacles reveals emotional armor. Someone has been shielding themselves, holding back their truth in an effort to avoid pain, but in doing so they risk something far greater, the loss of a connection that was meant to teach them, grow them, and possibly even heal them. You, Scorpio, are not someone who fears depth. You feel life at a soul level. That's why this message is so important. You have been waiting, not out of passivity, but from a place of sacred patience. Your higher self knows when energy is shifting, and right now it is. Your reading confirms that movement is beginning, even if you don't see it yet with your physical eyes. If you're connected to someone who moves slowly, who hides behind logic or control, their emotions are now rumbling beneath the surface. This isn't just attraction, it's emotional pressure building like a volcano before it erupts. That intensity matches you, Scorpio. You were never meant for shallow waters. This is a moment to prepare your spirit. Take time to rest, to listen to your inner voice, and to remember this: healing is not weakness. It is sacred work. Whether this person comes forward or not, the universe is realigning your path so that truth, love, and purpose will no longer be delayed. So let's continue your reading and uncover what this movement means for you, what changes are on the horizon, and how this person, who carries both regret and hope, is preparing to approach your life in the days ahead. Let's continue with your reading. You have the Hierophant, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Six of Swords, and also the Knight of Cups. With the card of the Hierophant, I feel that you are about to commit. You are ready to commit to pulling your life forward. You are shaking off what no longer serves you. I sense a shift in the way you perceive others. Someone you once appreciated no longer belongs in your circle. More importantly, you are changing the way you see yourself. You now recognize yourself as someone more mature, more serious. You have learned so much along the way. Suddenly, something will push you out of your comfort zone. The Hierophant can also indicate that you've already gained deep wisdom. Perhaps you've completed formal studies, whether primary or secondary, maybe even a master's degree or a doctorate. Now the time has come to apply that knowledge to real life. If you've been searching for a job for a long time, the opportunity is finally arriving. It is not coming slowly. It's coming fast. So prepare yourself. Even though you may still feel some slowness or uncertainty, there is something or someone coming your way to make you a proposal. It's quick. This person sees you. They recognize your intelligence. In fact, That may have been the very reason for the delay. You are someone who is extremely well prepared. You've been waiting for something big. You've been saving yourself for this. And now, this big thing is finally here. This person is going to offer you this opportunity, and you will connect. It could be a great love. It could be an incredible job. It might be the chance to start your own business. So let's take a deeper look, because I sense a powerful restlessness about what is coming next in your life. With the Two of Swords, I can feel some kind of inner blockage. This card is always inviting you to trust more deeply in yourself. You are a confident person. That is your affirmation for today. I am a confident person. I am someone who trusts myself. I make bold decisions. This card reminds you that lately, you may have been weighing different options, but you've forgotten the most important thing, that your decisions must come from courage and fire in your heart. Maybe you're torn between two people. Maybe you're facing two possible paths. And you feel stuck, unsure of what to do. What matters most, Scorpio, is that you act with strength, with conviction, and with passion. Next, you have the Six of Swords. This card means you're moving away from something. But with the Knight of Cups, it becomes clear. You're not just leaving something behind. You're moving away because you already have the solution in your hands. Perhaps you are stepping away from a toxic job, because the new offer has already come to you, or it will arrive very soon. In some cases, you're leaving behind a person, especially someone under the sign of Libra, because someone new is entering your life. Love will take center stage now, because a frustrated relationship, something that might have become toxic, is now transforming. It's turning into something real. Into true love. Alright, let's continue with your reading and look into the other energies present. You have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Overall, your reading speaks strongly about the energy of your special person. Someone is trying to manifest you intensely at this moment. You're attracting a person who may be slightly younger than you. In fact, let me know in the comments, what kind of people do you like? Are you drawn to people older than you? Maybe by 10, 20, even 30 years. Or perhaps you're attracted to younger people, 10 or 20 years younger. In the end, age doesn't matter. What truly matters is what your heart is telling you. This reminds me of that song, 40 y 20. Maybe that song resonates with you. Maybe you like it, or maybe you'll listen to it today. Now, with the King of Pentacles, I feel you're attracting someone very formal and very serious. This person could be older, but I'm not necessarily referring to age. What I mean is that this person carries a mature energy. They have an old soul. Their way of expressing themselves might feel traditional or even old-fashioned. The energy of the King of Pentacles is deeply tied to Saturn, to Kronos, to a person who is highly disciplined and structured. If you're someone who values freedom, who likes to live life on your own terms, then you'll need to reflect carefully before connecting with a person like this, especially if they are a Virgo or a Capricorn. The King of Pentacles is someone who believes in structure. They appreciate rules. So yes, it's up to you whether you welcome structure into your life or not. Because if you do, this person will bring it. Now, with the Five of Cups, I sense a sadness that is finally being left behind. This card represents everything old that must now be released. It could be negative emotions, a person from your past, or a limiting belief. But I like the Five of Cups because it speaks of a grief that doesn't last long. It shows a necessary sacrifice. At first, it might leave a bitter taste in your mouth. You may feel uncertain, thinking the pain of letting go will be permanent, like something dramatic or overwhelming. However, the Five of Cups represents that powerful moment when, the instant you let go, something greater enters your life. And with the Nine of Wands appearing right next to it, it's very possible that you're about to release a heavy emotional burden. Maybe you still believe you can't let go of someone. It's hard because there's still attachment. There's something tying you to this past relationship. And sometimes, though this may be specific to some people, you still imagine, even in your dreams, that somehow this connection could return. You believe that, despite all the time that has passed, there's still a chance for it to happen again. Take this message as it resonates with your situation. But I feel that now is the moment to become fully aware. There is a relationship from your past that is not meant to return, and it needs to be released. Especially in your imagination. Especially in your dreams. Because clinging to that hope may turn into the energy of the Nine of Wands, and that card represents a completely unnecessary burden. So today is a day of introspection. Look within and recognize what kind of burdens you are still carrying. They may be emotional. They may be memories. They may be negative thought patterns. Whatever they are, release them. And as you do, affirm this out loud. I release all these heavy burdens to the universe. The universe will process them, and the universe will take care of them. Let's continue now with your energy. You have the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and also the Fool. These cards show a clear contrast. The Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords represent an anchoring to your past, while the Fool and the Ace of Wands symbolize a new beginning. The Queen of Swords is a card of mental clarity. So I feel that at this moment you may find yourself standing at a crossroads, where you must choose between the old and the new. The old wants to hold you back with a sense of nostalgia, of memories that keep repeating in your mind. But the new, represented by the Ace of Wands and the Fool, is offering you a chance to grow, to expand, and to connect with the unknown. The Queen of Swords represents your mind, your logic, your mental sharpness. I sense that lately you've been thinking deeply about a major change. The universe is listening. It's going to place before you the alternatives you need. But please, when that Ace of Wands arrives, that sudden spark of opportunity, and when the Fool shows up, do not hold yourself back. Do not restrain yourself, and above all, do not let fear stop you. It may be something new. It may be exactly what you've asked for. Perhaps you've been asking for a new job. That job will arrive, but it will come in a way that exceeds your expectations. Maybe you were hoping for an entry-level role, something basic, like starting from the bottom as a trainee or apprentice. But here, the universe will offer you something at a much higher level. That is the energy of the Fool. When the universe steps into your life, it brings you something you believe you're not ready for, but once you begin, you realize you were far more prepared than you ever thought. I also appreciate the message of these transformative cards, because they invite you to take the bull by the horns and to recognize that sometimes, the universe gives you solutions or answers, but those answers may not match what you had imagined. They may not look like your old goals, your past expectations, or your personal plans. Still, they are exactly what your soul needs. So with these cards, you must remain open to change. Let go of rigid plans. Be flexible, Scorpio, because the unexpected will be the main theme for you in the coming months. It is through the unknown that you will be guided toward your higher path. Let's continue now with your energy. You have the Page of Wands, the Chariot, the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Five of Swords. The Page of Wands brings energy of change, movement, and exploration. You may soon meet someone who lives in another country. It's possible that you will start talking to them through a dating app or social media. Sagittarius and Aries also show up in your reading. The presence of the Chariot means that a dream involving transformation is about to begin manifesting. You also have the Seven of Cups, and this card is asking you to please dream big. Never, ever lose your ability to imagine. Never stop seeing yourself living the life of your dreams. The Seven of Cups is the gateway that connects you to the law of assumption and the law of manifestation. To attract the things you want into your life, you must begin by imagining them. Imagine your dream job, your twin flame, your ideal home, or the trip of your dreams. Today is the day to visualize truly big, beautiful things coming into your life. If, for example, you've been dreaming of buying a car, then expand that vision. Picture the finest, most beautiful car you can imagine, and don't ever believe for a second that it's out of reach. Because the moment you imagine it, the universe starts working to make it real. The only person who can limit you is you. So the Seven of Cups is telling you, today is the day to dream big. You also have the High Priestess and the Five of Swords. The High Priestess represents a deep connection with your intuition. Today in particular, you may notice powerful signs all around you, especially signs that bring you closer to true love. I strongly feel that someone is thinking of you intensely right now. A telepathic connection could happen today, especially with a Pisces. Pisces may come to your mind unexpectedly, or it could also be a Scorpio. Remember, water signs are the most telepathic, and when they think of you, they think with such intensity that they manifest directly into your thoughts. However, with the Five of Swords, your intuition is also sounding a quiet alarm. It's warning you to be very cautious with someone who reappears suddenly but also tends to disappear just as quickly. This person has a motive, and that motive may be to take something from you. It could be your time, your attention, your love, or even money. The signs are very clear. The issue is that this person may try to manipulate you into thinking their intentions are genuine. If someone reaches out to you after a long period of silence, showing love, joy, and warmth, trying to reconnect with you, then please stay alert. That person may be hiding something you cannot yet see. So take this message as it resonates. I feel you need to be especially cautious today, particularly if the person involved is a Gemini or a Libra. And that brings us to the end of your reading for today. As always, thank you so much for being here with me and allowing these sacred messages and tarot insights to be revealed. For now, we are closing your reading. If you enjoy these messages, feel free to click the like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel. We are now wrapping up your video. I wish you an excellent day, filled with success, filled with manifestation, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in your next reading.